Sairam children, welcome to the online classes. Now you will be having your exams, right? So, what we are going to do? Correct. We are going to revise the questions from both the lessons which will be there for your exams. Now, which lessons are there? Lesson number 7, Bones and Muscles, and lesson number 8, the nervous system. So, now you must have started studying for the exam, right? Now, how you are going to prepare for the exam? Children, please go through the lesson properly, right? You have to read the lesson and you should be able to identify each and every picture which is there in your textbook. This is how you are going to prepare for the exam. Now let us solve the questions based on both these lessons. Now first question is choose the correct options. The first one is the vertebral column protects the options are heart, brain, lungs and spinal cord. So what is the correct answer, children? The vertebral column protects the spinal cord. Answer is D, spinal cord. The heart is protected by the rib cage. Brain is protected by the skull. And lungs are also protected by the rib cage. So the correct answer is the vertebral column protects the spinal cord. As we know that one of the important functions of the skeletal system is that it protects the internal delicate organs from injuries, etc. Right? The next question is which of these is a ball and socket joint? The options are ankle, knee, hip, and wrist. Now, children, what is the correct answer? Which among these is a ball and socket joint? Yes, the answer is C, hip. The joint present in hip and shoulders is a ball and socket joint. The ankle and wrist have gliding joint. And in the knee we have hinge joint, right? Now the next question is without the nervous system you cannot. Options are C, hear, taste, do any of these things. Now children, we know that all the sensory organs, our sense organs, they work in coordination with brain. They cannot work alone and they help us to gather information about the surroundings. So, the answer is, what is the correct answer? The answer is D. Do any of these things. Without the nervous system, you cannot see, you cannot hear, you cannot taste, right? We cannot do any of these things without the nervous system. Now the next question is, which part of your brain helps in balancing your body and coordinating all your muscles? Now, what is the correct answer, children? Which part of the brain helps in balancing and coordinating all your muscles? The answer is C, cerebellum. Cerebellum helps in balancing and coordination. We know that cerebrum is the, what is cerebrum? It is the thinking part of the brain, right? And cerebellum helps in balancing and coordination. Now the next question is true or false? A tendon is a strong stretchy band which holds the bones together. So is it true or false, children? This statement is false because a ligament is a strong stretchy band which holds the bones together, right? That is a ligament. A tendon is a strong stretchy band which attaches muscles to the bones. So this statement is false. Now the next statement is all joints in the body allow movement. So is it true or false? Do all joints which are present in the body, do they allow movement? No. Again, this is false. Few joints are there in the skull which are immovable, which cannot move, right? So the statement is false that all the joints in the body allow movement. Now the next one is cardiac muscles are voluntary muscles. Children, we have discussed about voluntary and involuntary muscles in this lesson. Now, the muscles which are under our control are called voluntary muscles, and the muscles which are not under our control, which work on their own, are called involuntary muscles. So, are the cardiac muscles voluntary muscles? No, they are involuntary muscles. So again this statement is false. The cardiac muscles are involuntary muscles which work throughout our life on their own. We cannot stop them from working. So they are what? They are involuntary muscles. They are not voluntary muscles. So again this statement is false. Now, the next statement is brain stores a lot of information and can recall the information when needed. This is called memory. Now you know children that the brain is the control center of our body. Also, it stores a lot of information and you can recall things whenever you need it, right? So, and this is called memory. So, this statement is true. Brain can store the information and it can recall the information when needed. Now the next statement is the brainstem controls involuntary actions such as swallowing, breathing and circulation. So is it true or false? Again this statement is true. The brainstem controls involuntary actions such as swallowing, breathing and circulation. Now the next one is identify the given figures. Now this is the first figure. So and the options are ball and socket joint, gliding joint, pivot joint or hinge joint. Which joint is it, children? Yes. Can you identify? The answer is B, gliding joint. Gliding joint means the joint which can move over each other and it is present in the ankle and the wrist. Okay. Now the next picture is, this picture is of what? The options are backbone, skull, rib cage or human brain. So what is this, children? Which picture is this? This picture is of rib cage, right? So the answer is C, rib cage. And rib cage protects the heart and the lungs. Now this is the picture of, the options are respiratory system, muscular system, nervous system or circulatory system. And the answer is C, nervous system, as it is having, the picture is showing brain, spinal cord and the nerves, and all these are the parts of nervous system. So this is a picture of nervous system. Now this picture is of, the options are skull, internal ear, inside of eye, human brain. And what is the correct answer, children? This picture is of internal ear. This shows all the parts of the internal ear as well as this external ear. Okay, but this is the picture of internal ear. Now, this is a picture of skull, ear, inside of eye or nose. What is the answer, children? This picture is of inside of eye, right? From the outside, our eyes looks like this, right? And from inside, the eye look like what you can see on your mobile phones or devices. Okay? So, we are going to end this session here. I hope you enjoyed the revision. Sairam.